40 miles an hour. It was even higher in St. Joe at 50 to 54 miles an hour. Our crews have been out all morning long tracking this storm as it rolled in.
Yeah, we've had live team coverage for you this morning. Sarah Hollenbeck right now joining us from St. Joseph with more on what she's seeing there. And Sarah, where are you? And it looks like you've got some semis there behind you.
Yeah, Curtis, Jojo, we moved to a truck stop here in St. Joseph. Take a look at all of these trucks filling up right now. I knew we would find some really interesting stories right now. I've got a crazy story for you. We're going to hopefully talk to this gentleman coming up, but he says he is going back home to Minneapolis because his wife is having a C-section and he's trying to get back, and he's in a semi-truck, so that is a big obstacle. Now, talking about what we've seen here in St. Joe today, we have seen several people that have slipped off the roadway. At one point, I did call the police department here in St. Joe. They told me they had too many accidents to count, and at that point, they were no longer able to respond to every driver that was having trouble on the roadway. So they told me that those drivers needed to call a tow truck. Now, things are getting a lot better. It's not so windy and blustery out here, but I-29 is still closed all the way to the Iowa border, just about 17 miles up the road from where we are right now. So it has been crazy this morning. I did speak with the driver earlier today, and you can hear from him right now.
The blowing can get pretty tough, especially the gusts. We're not used to wind this much wind. You know, our wind is, 20, 25, we think is a strong wind. It gets like this, is like holy mackerel.
Now, that driver was also from Minnesota, so a lot of these people are used to this snow, but it was the wind that really got them here in St. Joseph today. I mean, just blowing back and forth and taking those drivers right off the roadway. Something else that I noticed that was pretty interesting, as we are making our way here, we noticed that all of the street signs, you could not read them because they were so covered in snow. So if you didn't know where you were going or didn't know what the speed limit was, not that it matters because you're going slower today, but you couldn't read it on those signs. So pretty incredible stuff here in St. Joe. We're headed to talk to that driver right now, and we'll bring you his story coming up later in this hour. Live in St. Joe, Sarah Hollenbeck, 41 Action News.